Hey guys, it's Abbie from Make Life Your Own Way, and I'm here for my project pan update. Number 1 for the year. This is my annual project pan that I do every year. This is for 2022. I have a palette of the year, I've used up products, and then actual project pan products. So I did the update, or I guess I should say the intro, in January, and I know it's like halfway through the year almost, but I wasn't ready for an update until today. So today we're coming with the first update, and it's pretty good. So if that sounds like something you like to watch, then just keep watching. Here we go. Okay, so I am storing my project pan items in this really pretty Charlotte Tilbury box. Look how pretty that is. And it's like has a nice little closure here. And then inside are all of my project pan items. And I had to go back through the intro video to see what products exactly I talked about in there, and I realized I accidentally threw one away when I did that declutter recently. The Milani concealer, that was supposed to be in here, but I accidentally threw it away. I was mostly done with it, but it had gone bad, so I should have saved that. Otherwise, everything else is in here. Okay. I'm glad I had to go through that video again, because there are some products that I totally forgot that were in the project pan portion of this project, and I pulled them out, and now I'm just going to keep them out for the rest of the year. So we'll just go category by category. I think I added a product in here because I didn't see it in the intro. So we might be +1 versus the intro. But that's alright. Alright, we'll start with our palette of the year. Every year I go through my collection and I pick a palette that is at the end of its life, and it's so hard for me to get rid of palettes, so I give it one final year, and it doesn't matter if there's product left in it by the time the year is done. It just needs to go, but at least it had its last hurrah for a full year. So this one is Catrice California in a box. I talked about in the intro, I don't believe this is still available through Catrice, but I think you can still find it on Amazon. So here's what it looks like in the outer packaging. I have been using this in my bathroom with my Makeup Basket Express, and you can see I have hit pan on this bronzer. I haven't hit pan on anything else, but you can see here that I have a pretty big dip on the highlighter, and that's probably, well, actually, you can see a little pan right there. I don't know if that, oh, do you see it right there? So that's exciting. We have hit pan on 2 products in here. So I mostly use the highlighter like in the normal highlighting spots, but also on my eyes, and sometimes I'll use it as an eyeshadow. Definitely will use it in my inner corner. And I use the bronzers a lot. I don't always use the blushes, but I definitely need to pull this out and use it a little bit more often than I am. I would love to hit pan on all of these pans in here by the end of the year. I think I'll feel good about that progress, but we'll just see what happens. It's May as I film this, so we still have a good bit of the year left, so we'll just see what happens. I think this one I just ended up throwing in to my project. I don't know that I had it in the video, but it hit me. I did recently a declutter where I smelled some of my liquid products, and I just got rid of them if the smell was off. And these, I was thinking, like yesterday, I'm like, I think some of those foundations in my Use It Up, I need to smell them because I think they've gone off. So let me just show you which one I'm talking about first. This is a Laura Mercier Candlelight Glow. This is an old one. It's no longer available, and I actually got it off Haute Look. I haven't shopped on there forever. Is it still a thing? I'll have to look it up. But I've literally had this from at least 2018. So, yeah, and it does not smell great. So we're going to go ahead and declutter this, and I am not going to force myself to use it. So we're just going to call this one done, even though there's a good bit of product. 2018 is really where my foundation collection blew up. I was just so excited about makeup and trying different things, and I was I've always been consistent with posting on my channel, but I feel like in 2018 I was really good about posting at least twice a week, whereas now I'm 1 to 2 times a week. And so during that time when I was posting more, I was just buying more, and I was also working in education, and I just wasn't like the happiest. So I also was buying makeup to help cope with that, and that's really where my foundation collection like grew so big, like my whole collection in general, but especially my foundations. And so it was just an expensive lesson to learn that having too many foundations, you just literally, or at least I just literally can't use it, and it ends up being wasted money. So this unfortunately is a byproduct of that. And I think some of these others are going to be as well. So we'll jump into the actual foundation use up part of this project. Okay, another foundation that I had bought during that time period was the Mercier Flawless Lumiere foundation. So I had bought the candlelight one. I was really into buying makeup, and then this one came out and I was like, oh, I absolutely have to have it. So I bought it immediately. I'm pretty sure I like paid full price for it, or maybe had like a 20% off Sephora, because I had Rouge that year at Sephora. I had like the Ulta and the Sephora popping off. I don't have either of them now. I don't even have an Ulta Platinum. I'm so proud of myself. But let's smell this one, because again, purchased 2018. Yeah, it's just like straight paint thinner. I never liked the formula, so honestly I should have just given it away right away to someone that could have used it. But because I spent so much money on it, I just wasn't willing to get rid of it. But it does smell like paint thinner. They both do, so I'm not going to put that on my face. We're just not going to do it. So those out of the collection were all good. These other ones should be okay. Flower Beauty Light Illusion, although... I feel like I purchased this at the same time. Yeah, oh my gosh, I didn't know there was an expiration date at the bottom. I just now realized there's an expiration date on the bottom of Flower Beauty, and it's July 2020. Can you guys see that? Can you see right there? July 2020. I don't know if that's showing up for you. I'm still gonna smell it. I'm just curious. I'm just really curious. Yeah, it's not great. It's not great. I got some on my nose. It's a little like paint thinner-esque. I don't know what chemical it goes off on it to change the smell, because cream products can either smell like paint thinners when they go off, or like Play-Doh, like a really like plastic smell. So that's another one that we're not going to apply to the face anymore. It's use it or lose it. We're going to lose it. I think this one from Revolution, this is the Conceal and Hydrate. Does this one have an expiration date? Let me just show you what it looks like. Mine is in F4. I believe I purchased this one in 2019. So it's still a little bit older for a foundation. Really, foundations, you want to be around 2 years. I mean, they all mostly say 12 months, but I mean, you could probably get 2 years out of it. This one still smells okay. It doesn't really have a smell at all, actually. Let's do a little... Some just flew out. Yeah, but look how off it is from my actual skin tone. It's like a little bit gray. I think that's one reason I haven't used this. Actually, it's a little pink tone. One reason I haven't really used this is because it's not really my color. I do like the formula all right, but the color isn't great for me. And it's a little bit thicker, so it doesn't tend to be like an everyday foundation. I don't know. Y'all, decisions are being made over here. You know, it's 2019. It's old. You could probably go back 3 years and see a video with this on. Because I know I didn't get it in 2020. So that's at least 2.5 years right there. So we're going to go ahead and declutter this. I still have the concealer and I still use it. and I bought them at the same time, so that's something to consider as well, but we're just going to be done with that. This is actually freeing. This large foundation collection has been haunting me because I'm like, oh my gosh, I have to use it up. I have to use it up. I spent all that money on it. I don't want to waste it. I have to use it up. And I just been thinking, like, how am I going to use up that many foundations? Because when I pan a foundation that has been used a few times, it still has a lot of product, it takes me like 4 months to only use that one to get through it. That's a long time. And then if it's like halfway through when I start painting it, then it's like 2 to 3 months of everyday use. And I'm like, I have like 5, like I just didn't know. I didn't know how it was going to work out. I was worried about it, and I think just need to cut ties. Like, that was literally years ago. We just have to, we got to move it on. So if you're watching and you're like, wow, that's wasteful, correct. That's what happens when you grow a large collection and you just don't know what to do with it. And, you know, I primarily buy my collection. Some subscribers have been really kind and sent me makeup, and I have had like loved ones give me makeup or gift cards. But outside of that, like, I purchased this collection. So I did this to me, and it's just kind of how it works. The next few foundations I'm actually really proud of because we have used them up. These are kind of a mix of use it up and project pan. So the first one is the Milani Conceal and Perfect 2-in-1. I actually really like this one. My color here was 00B Light, and I had it upside down, and I've been taking this out and scraping it on my face. Like, this is what I'm wearing today. But there's nothing really left in it, as you can see. And it's been a wild ride with this. They've already like repackaged it. So it could be something that I purchased down the road. But this foundation experience, we can call it an experience, right, has taught me I shouldn't have no more than 3 foundations on hand. So once I use up what I have, like from this project, well, actually, hold up. After this video, everything will, let's just keep going. All right, next foundation up. This was the one. This was a good one. This was a good one. The Dior Forever foundation. They no longer have this one anymore. They have newer versions or different versions of it, but this particular one they no longer make. This and the Milani were given to me from my friend Julie, who used to be on YouTube, Julie Dawn Olsen, which I'm going to meet in person for the first time in a couple weeks. I can't wait. But she gave me both of these, and I love them both. It was so kind of her to think of me when she was cleaning out her makeup. She sent me a big box, and we talked about it. This was probably in 2020 sometime. So I'm really excited that I finished them, but also that she gifted them to me, and it was just, it was good. Good memories attached. But this is absolutely beautiful. Like, this has made me inclined to buy like another Dior foundation because it was so freaking good. But nothing else pumps out. Like, I used her up. Nothing else comes out. It's like frosted glass and you can't open it. So I literally didn't know when our last days together would be, but now it's just like spinning, and I'm like, okay, we've made it, but it's been a good ride. I really did enjoy that one. And then another one, yeah, CoverGirl True Blend Hydrating Foundation. This is a really nice one that's not talked about very much, but as you can see, there is some along the sides, but there is nothing left in the bottle. With the Milani, I had it upside down, and I would take this out and like scrape it on my face. But I really enjoyed using this foundation, and it's just so nice. So, yeah, I would repurchase as well, you know, if we actually needed a new one. But there's so many foundations that I want to try that are newer on the market, like the It Cosmetics nude one, that I think I might actually, when I'm ready to purchase foundations, which still isn't going to be for a while, go that route opposed to repurchasing something, at least at this point. So, as I was saying earlier, that means everything from this project, as far as foundations go, are completely done. We either lost it, it's gone, or we used it up. We used up 3 foundations, And then 4 just need to hit the road because they're just too old to apply to my face. Lesson learned. We learned the hard way, and that's okay. I still can't believe there's an expiration date on the flower and I didn't realize it. But it feels kind of like a weight lifted to have these out of my collection. I can focus on the foundations I still have on hand, which is probably about... Okay, I have 4 foundations in my collection at this point. So I think once I use up 2 of those, maybe I'll purchase a 3rd and just keep 3 on hand at all times. We did it. I've been working on this foundation goal for literal years. So this, like, I need a moment. This is so good. Okay, so I need to have the same journey that I had with my foundations, with my concealers, because as I was growing my foundation collection, I was also growing my concealer collection, because that's what the year e.l.f. Camo came out, was like 2018, 2019. And that since I was buying so many foundations, I would tend to buy the matching concealer to it. Let me know how long you keep your concealers. Do you still keep it around the year, 2-year mark, or do you stretch it out? Because I have e.l.f. Camo from when they came out. Should I get rid of that too? Like, they still smell good. 'Cause through my declutter, I smelled all of them and they still smell good. But let me know in the comments what I should do, and we can do another declutter on my channel. So let me know. Alright, but I forgot that I have the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo in this project. I don't know how, I just didn't even remember that we threw this in. This one is in light peach. I think I got this one in 2019, 2020. It still performs well, and I think I'm just going to go ahead and leave it in my weekly makeup basket, and we'll use it. Yeah, we'll just use it, and I might still pull other ones, but hopefully we can finish this one up. I had 1 primer in my collection. So last year's Project Pan, we focused on the primers in my collection because those were also pretty large. And I literally used up so many primers last year. So you can go to my makeup use up last year, or my Project Pans from last year, and see what I used up. But this was kind of the last remaining of the older ones, and it's the Revlon Photo Ready Primer. I had purchased this a while back because of Jessica Braun and Taylor Wynn, but now it's no longer available, and there is still some in there, but the pump doesn't work anymore, and I can't twist the top off to get any out. Like, it just twists, and whoop! Okay, and then the pump came off, but I can't actually get that product out anymore. So we just went ahead and called it done, and I don't see an expiration date on it, but I know that I have had this for a couple of years, and I think I already said it, but they don't make this anymore, so we're just gonna lose it. Okay, I forgot that I had this in a project. This is the CoverGirl Advanced Radiant Powder. I really like this. This one is in 110. Creamy Natural. It's such a good powder. I talk about it a lot in my weekly makeup basket, and here I have hit a lot of pan just because I love using it so much. So I'm also going to leave this in my basket so I remember to use it each day with the e.l.f. concealer, so that's good. I'm working through this glass spray. This is one you have to be very careful with using. It is dewy, or that glass look, but that usually means it's kind of like oily or slick if you put too much. So I'm about halfway. I'm getting through it. So what I've been using it as a primer, or I'll put my primer on, spray some of this on a sponge and put it on the high points of my cheek, and then apply the rest of my makeup. So it's a little slow going. Sometimes I'll hold it way back and spray it as well. But you just have to be careful because that glass look, dewy, it just usually means something sitting on your skin, and I do fitness for a living, so I am sweating or I'm wearing a mic, and so something like this means that my makeup is just going to slip and slide, whereas without it, it doesn't really move. So we're going to still keep working through this, see what we can do with it. Maybe in summer I'll hit a sweet spot with using it, but we still have quite a bit of product left in here. Oh, I forgot to tell you guys in the intro, I started a beauty TikTok. It actually started as a fitness TikTok, but I deleted all the fitness stuff. So some of you guys were like, wait, how was I already following you? I'm like, because it was an account before. But it's all beauty. And I've been trying to post a video a day, Monday through Friday, and a lot of times it's been like get unready with me because that's just like the easiest to film. But I've also been doing like Walmart recommendations and all these different types of videos, so go check me out over there on TikTok. I had a question if I'm going to put my TikTok videos on Instagram. Sometimes. A lot of my TikTok videos tend to be 2 to 3 minutes, and Instagram Reels are only a minute, so I won't be putting them all over there, but some of the minute ones I will. Okay, go follow me. Linked below. The last product is from Tarte. It's this really pretty lipstick, and it kind of wears like a lip gloss for me, but I haven't been wearing it a lot because I had it in my bathroom in my Makeup Basket Express. So I'm actually going to move it in here and see if I can use it a little bit more often. But this one is in Bare Bud, and this is a really nice formula. It's very moisturizing. Okay, so left in this project, we have 5 products. We have the palette, Use Up, the Catrice palette. We have the lipstick that we just talked about, the e.l.f. Hydrating Concealer, the Maybelline Glass Spray, and then we also have CoverGirl Advanced Radiance Powder. So we have 5 products that we're going to take to the end of the year and try to use them up. So that feels manageable. Oh, such a weight lifted with those foundations done. I feel so good. I feel so good, because then I was also worried about the foundations left in my collection, and we don't have to talk about it anymore, but I just feel good. Let me know in the comments down below what I should do about my concealers. Let me just show you. We're off topic right now, but just let me show you. Okay, so I keep my concealers in this bin, and these in here aren't too old, so that we don't have to worry about those. But these 4, I don't know, I've had from 2018 to 2019. They still smell fine. They still perform good, but should I just go ahead and get rid of them and repurchase what I want? Like, I would definitely repurchase the L'Oreal Infallible. Or do you think they're still okay? Let me know in the comments down below, because I'm torn. Alright guys, thank you so much for being here. There'll definitely be more updates to come in the future, so definitely stay tuned. Subscribe if you're new. Go check out my TikTok. It's Make Life Your Runway. _, exact same as Instagram. Thank you guys so much for being here for this update. I hope you're all doing well, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!